So you've probably been using ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and Grok, but do you actually know how they work? Those four and many others are called LLMs, which basically stands for Large Language Model. The title derives from the mass amounts of data that it has to go through during training in order to be sufficient in our natural human language. But how does it actually answer your prompt? Picture the world's biggest library. But instead of books, it's strings of our human language, whether this is raw data, articles, anything of the sort. So when you type out a question, ChatGPT breaks it into tokens and then runs it through the metaphorical library. But why are tokens actually important? Tokens are just a measurement of data, which are approximately 3/4 of a word. Tokens are like Legos. ChatGPT during training learns which bricks click together most often. And then after each and every single token, it tries to predict the most likely next brick. But how does the model know how to pick the right brick? During training, before the model goes public, influences called weights are put in place. Weights are just dials that deems what's the highest priority and the lowest priority. If this is confusing, here's a real-world example. Say your task is to teach a self-driving car's AI model to recognize and react to pedestrians. The input would be the model receiving visual data in the form of images or videos from the car's cameras. The weights role is that the AI model analyzes the pixels in these images, learning which combinations and patterns are most likely to represent a pedestrian, specifically from its shape, size, and features like legs or torsos. Where the actual learning process comes in is that initially the weights are set randomly. The model makes predictions based on these initial weights. If the prediction is incorrect, the model adjusts the weights through a process called backpropagation to reduce the error in its next prediction. This process repeats thousands or millions of times with vast amounts of data. This is how it's done with words as well, just trying to find the most common pattern. Models also aren't just machine learned, they are human refined. This keeps the models responsible and safe to use for public use. And that's just a rundown of how ChatGPT and other LLMs work.